welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter David Aldridge. We'll see the Indiana Pacers facing the Dallas Mavericks. Here's the starting group for the Indiana Pacers. They've got Paul George. West is out there with Roy Hibbert. Then there's Hill. And it's Stevenson in at the two-guard spot. Buries it from three-point range.
I think Hill is very difficult to stay with in pick-and-roll situations. Kind of a guessing game, whether he's going to pass or shoot after the screen.
Now, here's Nash. Just 5 on the clock. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Absorbing contact well inside. Nash is a competitive guy and is able to find ways to score even against tough defense.
Hill kicks to George. West outside. West setting the pick for Stevenson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Dallas. Finley the pass to Nash. There's the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you gotta like how creative Nash is driving inside. A quick-footed guard who just kind of slices through the D and picks his spots.
Now here's West. Indiana moving it around. Hibbert dishes to George. Over Finley. George with the bucket.
Yeah, that's important for George this season. He's got to show he can be an inside presence, not just a perimeter threat.
Nash against Hill. Now Finley. It's Nowitzki on the wing. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Love how Nowitzki goes right up with it when he's this deep. I mean, not giving the defense any time to react.
Nash against Hill. Hibbert with a screen on Nash. Here's Hill outside for George. Off target from outside.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Nash with it. West picks him up. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Clearly not the tallest guy in the league. More like one of the smallest in the league. But Nash figures out ways to do damage inside.
The Mavericks shooting their first free throws of the night.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And, you know, one of the things you have to love and respect about Nash is his leadership. He's an elite talent, a self-made player who I think makes all of his teammates look better.
He hits both from the stripe.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here's Stevenson on the wing, George. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Dallas. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Here's Finley, defended by George. Here's LaFrentz. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Roy Hibbert picks one up. The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Hill with it. Pass to Stevenson. West setting the pick for Stevenson. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots over Griffin. They get it back. Hibbert. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Dallas leading by 4. Griffin passes to Nash. Over Hill. Dallas no good that time either.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Here's Hibbert, and then Hibbert with the dunk.
Well, he's not the quickest leaper. He actually doesn't leap that well at all, but Hibbert still can power his way to the rim.
Outside Griffin. Pass to Nowitzki. Griffin inside, defended by West. Back to Griffin. Here's LaFrance. Over Hibbert. A shot by LaFrance, no good. They can get back in front with some points right here.
Yeah, they got behind, but really hung in there and didn't let the score get out of hand.
Now, here's Stevenson. Scoreless thus far. Nobody near George. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And keep an eye out for George from deep. Tons of room to grow there.
Nash against Hill. And David West gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Third team foul.
Mavericks making a switch here. Naharaj checked in. And a change for the Pacers. Turner's checked in. Here's Finley. Turner covering. Clock at 6. LaFrance passes to Nash. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Now here is Hill. From deep, George. Good, the assist goes to Hill. George has got 8 points.
And that'll serve George well in his career. Lightning quick release.
Now here's Nash. 8 points for him. Here's Finley. Dallas needs to get off a shot. From 13, the shot by Nash, no good.
2 minutes remaining.
And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Pacers. Outside Hill. Puts up a 3. Kept alive by Indiana. Turner against Nash. And Turner kicks to Hibbert. 5 on the clock. Hibbert with a screen on Griffin. The 3 from George. And the rebound goes to Nash.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
How much fun would it be to play with Steve Nash? I mean, man, I know everybody who can score it or shoot it would love to be on the floor with him.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. Outside Hill. From past the arc. Here's West. And the layup is good.
Oh, scrappy play from West on that backboard, making sure he gets the ball for that second chance look.
Pass to Naharaj. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Finley can't get it to go. Indiana leading. And here is Hill. Now here's Turner. As passes to George. Shoots over Griffin. George, no good. Here's Finley. Turner covering. Nash outside. 12 seconds left here in the first quarter. Launches it from deep. No good that time. At the end of one, a closer contested game so far. Pacers lead by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Pacers?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your three-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court right now for the Pacers. Allen is out there with Scola. Then it's Turner. Then it's Stevenson. And it's Watson in at the point guard position. And stolen by Scola. And now the fast break. Stevenson with the ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup. So I'd agree with you there.
That free throw good from Stevenson. Mahinmi's checked in for Allen. And Stevenson drops them both. Mavericks trail by 4. Pass to Williams. Nowitzki outside. Back to Williams. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dirk Nowitzki. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Turner. Hasn't made one yet. And the rejection by Bradley. The Pacers making a change here. Bynum's checked in.
Number 17, Andrew Bynum.
And Turner kicks to Bynum. 4 on the clock. Indiana needs to get a shot off. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Watson. Turner's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers. Now here's Van Exel. Tight defense on him. Got a hand on it. Pass to Naharov. Dallas moving the ball around. And Nowitzki slams it in.
Love when Nowitzki finishes with the dunk, showing some outstanding lift on that one.
Stevenson passes to Scola. Now here's Watson, covered by Van Exel. Lets the 3 fly, and C.J. Watson good for 3.
3 points.
Watson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Nowitzki outside. Back to Van Exel. Beyond the arc. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. He's checked in for Dallas. Griffin comes in for Williams. Allen's checked in for Indiana. Butler comes in for Stevenson. On defense, the Mavericks trailing by 2. Butler dishes to Watson. On the wing, Turner. Scola sets a screen for Turner. Just 5 on the clock. And the dunk by Scola.
And surprisingly, a firm throwdown. And that's a little bit out of character, Kevin.
It is, Greg. You're right. He's got plenty of size to attack the basket, but rarely does.
Well, he certainly attacked it that time, but I mean, that's what they want to see more from him.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the score by Indiana. Van Exel. Here's Nowitzki, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Nowitzki's got 4 points now in the quarter. Nowitzki's gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Outside Butler. Watson surveying the D. Scola, a screen on Van Exel. Watson for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Griffin kicks to Nahara. Pass to LaFrance. Outside Griffin. And here is Van Exel. He's covered by Watson. Lets a floater go. Van Exel no good. Indiana leading. Here's Turner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Evan Turner. 2 shots.
Throw good, Evan Turner. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Michael Finley, he's checked in for Nahara. And it's Nash in for Van Exel. The Pacers also changing it up. Roy Hibbert's checked in for Allen. And George is subbed in for Butler. Both free throws good from Turner. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Nash outside. Pass to LaFrance. Outside Griffin. Nowitzki against Scola. 6 to shoot. Nowitzki's shot is no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
One-on-one fast break. Here's Nash. Count it. Nash has got 10.
Nash is most comfortable in an up-tempo offense. He takes every opportunity to step on that gas pedal and push the ball up court.
Now, here's George. He's got 8.
Foul call. Dirk Nowitzki. First personal foul. Third team foul.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Luis Scola. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Scola. Some changes for Indiana. David West, he's checked in for Turner. And George Hills subbed in for C.J. Watson. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Mavericks trail by 3. Nash, the pass to Griffin. Back to Nash. Driving the lane. Yep, that one goes in there. 12 points for him.
And how about that nice finish in traffic by Nash, showing off his soft touch.
Time call here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Bradley's checked in for Nowitzki. Stevenson, he's checked in for Indiana. On defense, the Mavericks. They trail by 1. Hibbert kicks to Hill. Hibbert with the screen for Hill. Back to Hibbert. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Hill is difficult to guard in pick and roll sets because of his shooting, speed, and his passing ability. I mean, it's basically pick your poison with him.
Now here's Griffin. Still yet to score. Finley, it's good on the putback.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Stevenson outside. Pass to Hill. Back to Stevenson. Over Griffin. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Hill against Nash.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's Finley, defended by George. Now Finley. Over George. Finley can't get it to go.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
And it's Stevenson finishing it off.
And Hill really swings the ball over nicely. A talented distributor who looks out for his guys.
Team foul.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Pacers.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else that I liked is how they attack the paint, finding ways to get inside and capitalize time and time again.
That free throw good from Stevenson. 1:39 left in the first half of the game. Griffin looking it over. And it's Nash in the corner. Over Hill. Nash against Hill. Just 4 to shoot. And he gets the bucket. Nash has got 6 here in this quarter.
Look, we know Nash is extremely unselfish, but he's also unafraid to call his own number, something he's been doing all night here.
Now, here is George. 8 points for him. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
And that rejection had some mustard on it. Huge, huge play.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Here's Nash. 14 points for him. Back to Bradley. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And this is where Nash is most dangerous. Superb at running that pick and roll.
52 seconds left in the second quarter. Outside, George. Left side, West. Back to Stevenson. Clock at 6. Here's George. Knocks down the step-back J.
Assist goes to
George has got 10 points.
The mid-range, no problem for PG. He's really improved as a shooter.
Nash against Hill. Nash, the pass to LaFrance. To the left wing. West against Nash. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 16.
You can't let Nash get inside like that. He's so nimble and will find a way to finish.
George from deep three-point land. And so it's tied as we head to halftime. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
The Pacers, 34.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A fantastic game from Steve Nash in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Nowitzki is out there with Finley. Then it's Nash. Then there's LaFrance. And it's Griffin in at the 2-guard. That's the group for Don Nelson as we begin the second half. Nowitzki finds Griffin. Dallas moving it around. Nowitzki, the pass to Nash. For the lead. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's Hill on the wing, defended by Nash. Pass to George. It's back to Hill. Yes! And the foul.
Defensive foul.
Dirk Nowitzki picks up that one.
Hill maintaining his balance there. That's a tough and one finish by the fundamentally sound guards.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
9 for 1.
Find the lane. One shot.
And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 3-point game. Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Here's Nash. Here's Nowitzki. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Now, here is George. He's got 10. Hibbert with the screen, shoots the 3, and George is good for 3. And it's a 6-point Indiana lead.
Because he's a stretch floor with a reliable and consistent 3, George adds a lot to this offense.
Griffin against Stevenson. Nash outside. Driving inside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Pacers leading by 6. Stevenson dishes to George. To the inside. Here's Hibbert. Second chance effort. LaFrance pulls it in. Outside Griffin. Down low. West against Nowitzki. Over West. And the basket by Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got 8.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Hibbert, the pass to West. Hill dishes to Hibbert. George looking around. And now Nash pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Misses from close range. Indiana leading by 4. Stevenson passes to Hill. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Really terrific work from Hill. Angling his body perfectly on the shot and forcing the defense to act.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls.
And it's been an outstanding game for them at the free throw line, not missing their chances when they get them.
Both free throws good from Hill. Nash with it. He's got 16. Pass to LaFrance. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Hill. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Hill's got the lead up to 8 now for the Pacers. Hill's gone 3 for 5 from the field. Nowitzki with the screen on Hill. Nash drives in. In the corner, it's Griffin. Here's LaFrance, covered by Hibbert. Shot clock at 6. Here's Nash. It's rebounded by West. West has got his 6th rebound on the night. George passes to Stevenson. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Van Exel's checked in for the Mavericks.
Number 31, Nick Van Exel.
Mavericks trail by 8. Now here's Nash. Inside. Hill pulls it in.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Pass to George from downtown. Goes back up. And there's the nice layup by Hibbert. And it's a 10-point Indiana lead.
Nice job carving out terrific position. You know, Hibbert with the girth. He's got the body now to punish you on the offensive board.
Now here's Nash. He's got 16. Nowitzki right side. Out left to the wing. Nash against Hill. Second chance shot. And Nash with the lay-in. Nash has got 18 points.
You can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
Now here's Stevenson. He has 5. Sinks the three-pointer. 8 points for him.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And it'll be the Mavericks with their first time out here of the game.
Dance cam. Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Luis Scola, he's checked in for George. Turner comes in for Stevenson. And it's Watson in for George Hill.
C.J. Watson.
Nash outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Back to Nash. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Van Exel against Turner. Van Exel no good. Indiana leading by 11. Here's Turner. Out to the wing. Scola, a screen on Nash. Watson kicks to Turner. Lets it go from the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in. West has got his second bucket.
And West, a knockdown mid-range shooter. You just assume it's going in whenever it leaves his hands.
Here's Nash. Sinks that one from the post. Nash has got 20. 1:49 left in the third. And here's Watson. West outside. Scola sets a screen for West. Over Griffin. And it's West missing. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 11. Scola against Nowitzki. Nash outside. Pass to Van Exel. Nowitzki a screen. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down. Van Exel's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs. West outside. Now here's Watson. He's guarded closely. Hibbert with a screen for Turner. To the middle. Looks for Hibbert. Gets it to him. Out to West. Shoots over Griffin. They get the rebound. Hibbert. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. Hibbert's got 4 points in the quarter.
Solid move that time by Hibbert. This is the area where he's most comfortable.
It's to Van Exel. Shoots over Turner. Van Exel no good. Pacers leading by 11. Turner inside. Griffin's there. Shots good by Turner. Turner's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Nash outside. Griffin sets the screen for Nash. Takes a three. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Indiana looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And so in the game for the Pacers, they've got Hill. He's out there with Watson. Allen is out there with Evan Turner. And it's Copeland in at the 4. Now here's Watson. Misses the 3. Here is Nahara. Turner covering. Pass to Bradley. Here is Nahara. Turner with the steal. And now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. Yep, that one goes.
Well, so often we see this. Transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pacers.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
And that one misses. Mavericks trail by 15. Nowitzki outside. Now Van Exel. Going inside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And that's putting the quick
and Nick the Quick. Van Exel's handles get him to the stripe.
And Indiana making a change here. Sloan's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
There's so much to love about Nick Van Exel's game, but one of the things that stands out to me is his fearlessness. This guy believes he can score every time down the court, no matter who's defending him.
Here's Sloan, puts up a three. The Mavericks pull it in. Nowitzki's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Bradley. 2 points, that one goes. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Pass to Sloan. Outside Turner over Nahara. It's rebounded by Dallas.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Van Exel up top. Turner covering. Van Exel dishes to Bradley. Buries it down low.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
Pass to Sloan. Mahimi, a screen on Williams. To the inside. And Mahimi with the stuff.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Nowitzki's shot's good.
Nice play by Nowitzki off the pick and roll right there. He was able to work through the coverage and open things up for himself and his team.
Here's Sloan. Outside Turner. Pass to Sloan. Launches it. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Turner's got 4 assists now tonight. Mavericks trailed by 13. Outside Williams. Van Exel with it. Lets it go from deep. That shot off.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Scola sets a screen for Turner. Rebounded by Nahara. And here are the Mavericks now. Pass to Van Exel. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And it's Sloan with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. He tries for 3. Nowitzki with the rebound. Nowitzki's got 11 rebounds in the game. Van Exel passes to Nowitzki. Nahara kicks to Nowitzki. Right wing. Turner comes with the double team. 3 on the clock. Williams for 3. Connects from three-point range.
Dirk Nowitzki, he can dish the rock too.
Indiana leading by 10. Pass to Mahimi. Over in the corner, Turner. And it's Bradley with the rebound. And they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits. Nahara kicks to Nowitzki. Nowitzki a screen. Here's Van Exel. Another 3 for Dallas.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And so here is Indiana after the Mavericks pick up 3. The kick out to Scola. Now here's Watson, covered by Van Exel. Goes up on the high post. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Nowitzki's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Nahara. Van Exel dishes to Nowitzki. And that one is good. Now Now just a 5-point Pacer lead.
Even during huge possessions, Nowitzki excellent at finding ways to score because he always stays in the moment.
The Pacers call timeout. Mavericks will go for a different look here. LaFrancis checked in for Bradley. Finley comes in for Eduardo Nahara. Griffin's checked in for Williams. And Nash is subbed in for Van Exel. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Indiana's head coach was saying to the team. While the team is up, coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now here's Hibbert. And George kicks to Hill. Tries to screen on Nash. The drive by Hill, and it's blocked. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Pass to Stevenson. Shot clock at 3. Lets it fly. And Hill, the bucket on the assist from Stevenson. Stevenson's got 3 assists in the game. .153 left in the fourth quarter. Nash against Hill. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Pacers leading by 7. Now, here is George. Here's Hibbert. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
You know, having the type of body that absorbs contact easily, you really have to wrap Hibbert up if you're going to keep him from scoring inside.
And that one falls for Hibbert. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Nash. Outside Griffin. Pass to Finley. It's Nowitzki on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Griffin passes to Nash. Shoots it up. And it's Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Griffin against Stevenson.
At the line for the Pacers, Stevenson. 2 shots.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Now the Mavericks with it. 11-point game. Here's the screen. Floats one. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Griffin is such a high IQ player, and he also combines that with playing hard and always being under control.
First free throw is good, and that brings them to within 10. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Bradley's checked in for LaFrance. Nahara comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Williams, he's checked in for Michael Finley. And Van Exel subbed in for Nash. And he is unable to get the second one.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Bynum with a screen on Van Exel. To the paint. It's stolen by Bradley.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Turner comes with the double team. Van Exel kicks to Nahara. Williams, that's a 2-pointer. Can't nail the jumper. Now, here's Watson, covered by Van Exel. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.